Poulsbo, Washington's Little Norway. 5 truths about this Liberty Bay town, each with a trade-off. Poulsbo sits on the shores of Liberty Bay, about 20 miles northwest of Seattle on the Kitsap Peninsula. A small waterfront town known as Little Norway for its cultural heritage. Over the next few minutes, we'll count down 5 things to know. Its waterfront setting across the Sound, its deep cultural roots and front street shops, its top-rated small-town dining scene, its housing market, and how walkable it really is. Each one sounds like a postcard, and a lot of it is. But behind every charming detail, there's a trade-off. Usually one you measure in time, traffic, or dollars. Stick around, because by the end, you'll know exactly who Poulsbo is really for. So let's count them down, 5 to 1. Here's the truth. Poulsbo is genuinely beautiful. It sits on Liberty Bay in Kitsap County, the smallest of that county's 4 cities, with about 12,000 people spread across just over 5 square miles. You get fjord-like water views, Dogfish Creek, and a quiet, compact downtown roughly 20 miles northwest of Seattle. On a map, that closeness looks like the best of both worlds. But here's the trade-off. Those 20 miles are across Puget Sound. There's no bridge straight across. You either drive the long way around the water or time your day around a ferry. Bellevue's job centers sit even farther east, but again, the water's in the way. That same scenery is what puts a commute and a ferry fare between you and the city. The truth behind the nickname is real. Norwegian loggers, farmers, and fishermen settled here in 1892, drawn to a landscape that reminded them of home, and the town has leaned into it ever since. Front Street is lined with shops selling Scandinavian gifts, fine art, and antiques. The Poulsbo Historical Society runs heritage and maritime museums. A welcome statue greets every visitor, and every spring, Viking Fest fills the streets. It's a genuinely distinctive downtown. The trade-off is that distinctive downtowns draw crowds. On summer weekends and festival days, Front Street and its small lots fill fast. Parking gets tight, and the quiet waterfront town turns into a busy tourist stop. You're not just living in the charm. You're sharing it with everyone who drove over to see it. For a town this size, the food punches above its weight. Greenlight Diner pulls a 4.3 from more than 1,700 reviews. The Loft at Latitude 47 serves new American plates with harborfront seating at 4.1. And JJ's Fish House does seafood and craft beer at 4.1. Want something different? Kachai Thai Kitchen and Sogno di Vino, with its wood-fired pizzas and Tuscan fare, both sit at 4.4. The trade-off is that this is a small, tightly packed scene clustered downtown. There are only so many seats, so on weekends, the best spots fill up and you wait. And if you want big city range, late nights, every cuisine, dozens of options, that means crossing back towards Seattle or Bellevue. The charm is concentrated, but so are the lines. Quick note, if these breakdowns help, a like really helps the channel. Yes, Poulsbo is cheaper than Seattle, but read the fine print. The median home value climbed from about $330,000 in 2018 to roughly $480,000 by 2022. And the median sale price now runs around $620,000. Compare that to Seattle's median near $880,000, and rents around $1,560 versus Seattle's $1,900. And yes, it's a discount. The trade-off is that cheaper still means expensive. Home values here have climbed nearly 50% in under a decade. Homes move in about 16 days, and you're paying most of a Seattle price for a town that still needs a car and a ferry. The savings are real. They're just smaller than the brochure makes them sound. And the biggest one, Poulsbo's walkability. It earns a walk score of 76, very walkable, and that's true with your downtown. Around Front Street and Liberty Bay, you can run errands on foot, walk to dinner, and wander scenic waterfront paths without ever starting a car. It's one of the most genuinely walkable small towns in the region. But here's the trade-off, and it's the whole video in one number. That walkability stops at the edge of downtown. The bike score is just 44, and the town has no transit score at all. It isn't even rated for transit. Step outside the core and you're back in your car for everything. Groceries, errands, and work. And the work part is the real cost. With no fast link to Seattle's jobs, the daily commute means a ferry ticket or a long drive around the Sound every single day. So the honest math on Poulsbo is this. You trade a short, scenic, walkable downtown for a long, expensive trip to everywhere else. That's the price of Little Norway. So, here's Poulsbo in 5. Number 5, a beautiful waterfront town on Liberty Bay, but it sits across Puget Sound, a ferry or a long drive from Seattle. Number 4, real Little Norway charm and Viking Fest energy, but tourist crowds and tight parking on summer weekends. Number 3, food that punches above its size, but a small scene where the best tables fill fast. Number 2, genuinely cheaper than Seattle, but still pricey, with home values up nearly 50% since 2018. And number 1, a truly walkable downtown, wrapped around a car-dependent town and a costly commute to everywhere else. So, who is Poulsbo for? If you work remotely or locally, you'll love the slow, scenic, walkable pace and the small-town character. But if you commute to Seattle or Bellevue every day, or you want rapid transit, nightlife, and low prices, the water and the car payments will wear on you. Either way, tell me in the comments, is that ferry commute a deal breaker or worth it for a town like this? If this breakdown helped, like the video and subscribe. More honest neighborhood truths are on the way.